Welcome back into Main Street Living, guys. I feel like we're talking a lot about different vacations and places and escapes we can go on, which I really love for this show. And if you are ready to head out for a little vacation this summer, but you're not quite ready to venture into maybe a big city, you might want to opt for some small town charm and intentional relaxation instead.
That is a great idea, Danielle. And the picturesque town of Council Grove, Kansas has the perfect mix of outdoor adventures, one-of-a-kind shopping, and historic landmarks. Susan Harris is here to let us in on all the Council Grove secrets. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Hi. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for being here. So tell us a little bit about Council Grove. I'll be honest, I haven't heard of it before.
I'm not surprised. This is a town of 2,200 people, so it is a small town. We were given the name of Council Grove in 1825 when the government was surveying the Santa Fe Trail. And they went through this area and they named it Council Grove. And they named it Council Grove because this is where we met with the Osage Nation to secure passage for the people coming from the east to go from Council Grove to Santa Fe, New Mexico. So that's where they got Council, because we were talking to the Osage Indians. And then Grove is because there's a very large area of hardwood trees here. We are nestled in the valley of the Flint Hills, which is mile after mile of rolling hills.
Ooh.
And in that valley is the Neosho River and Council Grove.
Oh, okay. Wow. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. And it looks like, it appears that there's a lot of things for visitors to do that they'll find there in Council Grove. How are the businesses thriving there?
Businesses are doing very well. We had the COVID pandemic, the whole world, but here in Council Grove, this spring and summer, we will probably see, I have at least 12 grand openings, and every one of our businesses made it through the winter.
Good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that you guys are having grand openings. How hard was it, though, during the pandemic? Did stores have to completely shut down?
Some of them did, but they used that opportunity to update things in, say, restaurants or different buildings, update heating system, cooling systems, or plumbing. But what happened was we weren't having any visitors, and Council Grove does get a lot of visitors that go through this town. And we made a big push last December from the Chamber of Commerce that people would buy local. So we sold gift certificates that you got the gift certificates here and you can use them at any of the local businesses. And this town bought $30,000 worth of gift certificates. And each and every one of the businesses made it through winter.
Wow.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that the town is just over 2,000 people. So I can imagine the response was great coming from the residents there to support the local businesses, right?
It was great. And I think because we are a small town and a lot of the people that are opening new businesses, they grew up here, they may have moved away, established businesses everywhere, and now they move back to start the business again here. So the residents know their children went to school with these people, and it's the same thing if you go to the local restaurant for breakfast. You know the waitress, you know her husband, you know her children. So you're not supporting exactly a local business, you're supporting this family. And as in any small town, you know each other. And so we were just taking care of their own.
Right. Now, in this small town, Council Grove, is it something that people would pass through or maybe an easy access from an interstate? And then what is the downtown actually like?
The downtown, Council Grove had their boom in 1880s to 1890s. So the buildings that you will see on Main Street are from that era. And now the people that are starting the new businesses, they are renovating these businesses, which is just fabulous because they're beautiful limestone buildings and they're renovating them and we're not going to lose them. So they're renovating these, opening their new businesses, and the excitement is just amazing in the town.
That's great. How do you access the town? What's the easiest way to get there?
Well, from Kansas City, you can either take I-35 or I-70, the interstate, and just shoot over, but you have to drive through miles and miles of open country with not many buildings or homes. it's beautiful, and we always, all of us say it's therapy coming home because of these wide open spaces. I think
Yeah.
the best thing I've heard somebody say is Jim Hoy. He's a retired professor from Victoria State, and he said that if you want to have your breath taken away by rugged spectacle, go to the Rocky Mountains or to the Grand Canyon. If you want a chance to catch your breath, come to the Flint Hills. And it is
Oh.
so true. It is so true.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, where can the viewers find more information about visiting this beautiful place here?
They can go to councilgrove.com, and they can also go to washungadays.com. That is one of our big festivals coming up. There's also Symphony in the Flint Hills here, where the Kansas City Symphony shows up, and they have these big, beautiful tents, and the symphony plays out here in the middle of the plains. We also have Santa Fe Trail 200. This is the 200th celebration of the Santa Fe Trail. So there are events every single month for the Santa Fe Trail.
Well,
Awesome.
we will have to add that to our bucket list for some road trips. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, and I thank Lisa Coffey from Cox Media for helping us with this. Thank you so much.
No
Thank you.
problem. No problem. Well, look at that Main Street, and they have a Main Street, and they're on Main Street. Well, coming up next, there's a brand new kind of adventure, Cheryl, that you don't want to miss. I promise. Stay right there.